I'm sure we're going to get a lot of calls about the Vic market. What actually did the council do last night?
We did three things. We approved an implementation plan, which is really saying what order we're going to do things in and when, and that's to help our traders with business continuity, and we've guaranteed the traders of tenure all through this process, so that's secure. The next thing we did was we sent an amendment off to the Minister. An independent panel looked at what should the planning controls be around the market, and there are some considerable changes to what exists at present. We made one change to that in that we think the panel got it wrong. They want the market site itself to continue being capital city zone. We want to make it a public use zone, which means it enshrines forever that that is a market. It can't be used for other purposes. It absolutely protects the status of Queen Victoria Market as a market. And the third thing we did, which I can't really talk about at great length, but we will announce later today, we are going to move towards the development of the Munro site, which is the very large site that we purchased on Therry Street for $76 million. And we want to put childcare facilities, community facilities. We want to put car parking there so that we can get cars off the asphalt in the middle of the market and turn it into a big public open space. And we'll be making some statements later today about exactly how we're going to go about that.
Only thing that concerns me there is the height of that building. What will it be?
Well, we don't have a bottom drawer of or of plans for that. That starts now, because all we've done is identify the particular developer that we wish to work with. Look, the panel report came back to say, and it's important to sort of get the concept right. At the moment around the market, the height limit is 20 metres, and it's like, you know, the market was imagined to be in a kind of saucer. Over time, realistically, that's just gone out the window. You know, it's been breached more times than you can possibly count. And we said to the panel, look, really the market should be framed by the city. It should be, the market site should be absolutely and completely protected, but the city should come up to the edge of the market and it nestles in there like a little jewel. And that's what happens in markets around the world, and it's happening by stealth down there now. They agreed with that, and they said that the height limits around the market could be in two particular spots, the Munro site and the Franklin end, which is where the storage sheds are. 100 metres discretionary, which means you can go to 100 metres as of right. If you want to argue for more height than that, then you have to start to make some conditions like, you know, here's the public open space, here's the community benefit, here's the affordable housing. So I'm hopeful that we will work with the chosen developer. We've asked for all of those facilities: car parking, affordable housing, childcare, community facilities. Yep. So what the developer will need to do is say, okay, that's fine, we can build you that $40 or $50 million worth of community facilities, but we will now need, at the bottom end of the site, this sort of height to do a residential development.
Well, it all seems reasonably logical, but we've got the traders screaming, and even Sigrid Thornton, the actress, is saying, oh, you're mucking up the market. Leave my market alone.
But, if mucking up the market is safeguarding its future, then guilty as charged. Look, at the moment, the market turns over about $155 million a year. You know, we spend millions on just keeping it from falling down around the ears of traders. The facilities there are just terrible. And it was traders who came to me now nearly 4 years ago to say, you must invest in the market. When we've finished this, by about 2030, 15 years' time, that market will be turning over something like $250 million.
So why are the traders screaming?
I think there are people who don't like change, and we've taken this very carefully. And so they say, what are you going to put on that site? And we say, well, we haven't determined that yet. And you know, for those traders, though, and there's a small group of traders who are concerned, and we're happy to continue working with them. If communication to them hasn't been good, we need to fix that. But there's also a very large group of traders who are enthusiastic about the renewal of the market.